Good morning. Today is Yom Hazikaron, Memorial Day in Israel, where the Israeli community, the Jewish community, all over the diaspora, remembers the heroic soldiers who gave their life defending the people of Israel, the country of Israel, the state of Israel. Over 25,000 soldiers, plus thousands of victims of terror. And it's a really mixed feeling day, because always the way Israel is set up is that they celebrate Independence Day the day after they celebrate Memorial Day. And the message is one that's so important, that in order to be able to celebrate Israel, we have to remember and understand the sacrifice that so many have made to defend this country and to make it a country where every Jew could walk freely and proudly as they like, with their yarmulke, with their kippah, however they would like to be, and be a proud Jew that will be defended by their country. But never in 75 years, or at least not in my lifetime, has Memorial Day, Yom Hazikaron, taken on the significance that it takes on this year. Not only did we lose 600 plus soldiers this year, and 1,700 Jewish people who were killed just because they were Jewish and living in Israel. But we are still in the middle of fighting, and in the middle of fighting for our right to be able to fight and defend ourselves. How sad that only 80 years after the Holocaust, Israel is fighting to be able to protect itself. But we, of course, know that these heroic soldiers, all 25,000 plus, each one of them is a kadosh. Each one of them is holy. Each one of them is a tzaddik. As many rabbis have said, if you want to go pray at the grave of a righteous, just go to the grave of a soldier. And here you have a righteous person. But this year, when they did the tekes for Memorial Day in Israel, the ceremony, there was a new section, not just for the Six-Day War, not just for the Yom Kippur War, not just for the Independence War and the Lebanon War, but a new section for October 7th, where you see young, beautiful soldiers who were buried, soldiers that left families, left pregnant wives, never had the chance or the dream to get married, but left with the joy of knowing that they're protecting their people. How heroic, how great these people are. Usually in Judaism, we bury people in shrouds. But when someone is wounded and killed on the battlefield and his clothing have blood, we bury them with their clothing, because that's part of who they are. That's part of the sacrifice that they made. Every year we get a picture from my father's family. My father was 19 years old, only 10 years, 11 years after he lost his mother, almost 12. His mother was killed in front of his eyes in 1948. And then in 1960, he was in yeshiva. He didn't even have a mother to look after him. He was a dorm yeshiva. And 3 people from the army came to notify him that his brother Yoshua was killed in the army. His brother was 21 years old, a beautiful, handsome young man with so much future, who never got the opportunity to marry, to build a family, and to enjoy his life. And my father remembers this very well. And ever since October 7th, all my father could tell me is that I know what it means to grow up as an orphan. He thinks about all these soldiers' children, all their spouses, and the pain is so deep. But at the same point, knowing the sacrifice, we also know the pride it is to be a Jew, to be an Israeli, to be a soldier who protects our people. Today, when we made the prayer for the soldiers in Shul and every Shabbos, it gives so much more and deeper significance to who we are. There was this soldier who was backpacking and hitching a ride home. He had a week off from the army. And as he was going home, he was hitching a ride, and some lovely Israeli gave him a ride and dropped him off. But when he came home, he realized that he left his bag of laundry that he was taking home for his mother to make for him. He had left it with this lady, and he got her number. He had shared numbers with her, and he called her, and she says, "Not a problem, I'll give it to you If you come back on the way back on Sunday, you'll come by and you'll have the thing. You'll have your laundry there, your bag of laundry. And he said, well, at least he'll have his laundry. He'll have to wear dirty clothing again because he didn't have a chance to wash it. On Sunday, he goes back and he comes by the woman. He gets the bag. And as he comes back to the base, he opens it up and he sees that this woman had washed his laundry and folded it. And on top, she had baked him fresh chocolate chip cookies. And with it, there was a note that said, thank you for all you do for our country. And thank you for letting me be your mother for one day. Today, on Memorial Day, each one of us needs to feel like the sibling, the mother, the child of these heroic soldiers as we stand up and speak in one unequivocal voice for these heroic people and for their right to defend themselves and our country, Israel. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Emor. And in Parshat Emor, the Torah tells us, speak to the children. God tells Moses, speak to the children of Aaron and speak to them. And the rabbis ask, why does it repeat itself and say speak twice? And the rabbis say because God is telling the elders that we have a responsibility to raise the children in a way that they should know the laws and they should know the responsibilities. How true this is today on Memorial Day in Israel. It's the responsibility, and it behooves each and every one of us to raise a generation and proud Jews that know the sacrifices that so many have made for them to be free Jews in Israel, for them to live all over the world and know that they have a place to go no matter what. There are tens of thousands of soldiers who have given their life for them to have that freedom. And we, as Jews, as parents, as educators, have the responsibility, as it says in this week's portion, Emor el Aaron, speak to the children, v'amarta aleihem, and illuminate the way for them, light up the way for them, that they should know what it means to be Jews. They should know the sacrifice so many have made, and they should celebrate and be proud Jews, walking unbent and unwavering, without trembling knees, standing up for the right of their brothers and sisters. May Hashem give us Umocha Hashem Dima, that God should wipe away all the tears of the widows and the orphans and of all those in Israel. And may we have happy occasions and celebration, winning this war, protecting our brothers and sisters in Israel. God bless you. Have a great day.